Just as long as she's with me. I've been trying my luck every day of the week, yeah. With my baby, what's up? Always down every weekend. No, love her too much, but I just can't get enough. She's slipping through the cracks.
Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. in sync with the earth. 10 toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad. Let her ties in the hearse. I've been on a vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I'm never so packed for the stack, never lied on the rap. Got a bag from the way that I write it. Queen looking Tyson, do that ass survive, doing 80 to the house. Then I hit her to the sky change. Haters on a tirade, talking to their grip in their face. Be still, let that hate stuff fade. We all want the same, we all want a meal in the safe. I wanna live like I'm trying to reach enlightenment. Trail spill from my lips, feel big from the bib. Take a sip till I pass out. Try and get grit, but it don't make sense, cause you can lose life on this fast route. Yeah, turn thoughts to a cash cow. I might flip that to the glass house. I don't need the accolades, I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, save a spot at the table. Beast with the slap, pin myself on the map. You long with the wind, but we knowing that it's cap. 5-hour flights, couple nights at the flat. To be real, couldn't see me making moves while I'm at. I'm still on the grind, limit time when I chat. I'm burning down sage, keep the demons away. When I write it, give a piece of myself to the page. I don't do it for the praise, love, that's just how I'm made.
See the truth in the glass in the mirror.
Yeah.
Do it at me, old man, tryna pass in the fear. You're the first one to talk, but the last one to hear. Eyes blurry, but I couldn't see that, and he cleared down. Start to feel like I'm on one. Settle in, I'll be here for the long run. I'm a slave for the cash, got snakes in the grass, no brakes on the ad, but it's all fun. We done seen it all, heard it all. Heard enough, give me space before I murder y'all. 10 bad here, I'ma curve them all. 12 missed calls, and I still made a curtain call. Here to light it up, lighten up. Hear him talking, they ain't right enough, tighten up. Everything that I came for, I left with. I don't bang sets, I just bang on the set list. Going past supper when I came for the breakfast. Put me in your prayers, I might put you on the guest list. Young, tell me reckless. Gold in my soul, got the same on my necklace.
Light it up, light it up. Light it up, light it up. Well, well. Oh, light it up, light it up. Ah, light it up, light it up. Well, well. Light it up, light it up. Ah, light it up, light it up. Well, well. Oh, light it up, light it up. Ah, light it up, light it up. Well, well.
Yeah, I don't think they know that's my word. I don't think they know that's my word. Yeah, that's my, hold up.
Big on the set, what they said, part. So I skip straight ahead to the bread part. Top out, I'm cool on the chick check. With the kid, know I got the gift pack. Big on the set, what they said, part. So I skip straight ahead to the bread part. Top out, I'm cool on the chick check. With the kid, know I got the gift pack.
Keep it real with you, I've been in the field in position. Look, hey, I've been trill, you can tell by how I feel when you with me. Look, wave, tell me, can you slide for a real one?
Slide for me, slide for me.
Can you slide for a real one?
Slide for me, slide for me.
Can you slide for a real one?
Ay.
Can you slide for a real one?
Can't tell me nothing, I'm flexing stunting. Eating all my veggies in my pocket, half an onion. And that pack smell like a Funyun. Trump be beating, shit be humming. You can hear me around the corner before you ever see me coming. And they know just how we coming. Pants drumming, she gon' bust it open way before I finish thumbing. I could put you on some paper, proper play and teach you something. Got my stones on Himalaya, know I'm out your sucker ducking. Ain't no need for that discussion, bluffing with the game. About to build a couple million, came with nothing but my name. I'ma twist and flip it.
She's got a million things to do today.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, people. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know the voice. Y'all know the sound. James Wilbur Williams, DJ Exclusive, is in the building. Good morning, everybody. Welcome again to another edition of Like It or Not. Good to see everybody's bright smiling faces this morning. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Jam tuned, Alicia. Good morning, Emily Swamp. Close 22. Half Black Reaper, good morning. Roller Dragon, what up, Roller? Melody Dennis, good morning. Environmental Coffee House. Let's see who else is in the building. Sunny, right? What's going on? Shay Dragon, good morning to you. Kiss my toe beans. Good morning. I freaking love it. Perry Anderson, good morning. Edith Critchlow, there we go. Edith, good morning to you. Yvonne Young, good morning. Zozo Bob, what's going on? Ooh, I missed a lot of y'all this morning. Hollywood, I don't know Hollywood B. Good morning, B. Tyler Hackner, good morning to you. Ron Foreman, Snowman, good morning. Pixie on the moon. Rachel Banning, good morning, everybody. Good to see y'all. Happy Saturday to y'all. Nova, good morning. Neon Dev, Jason Goodcraft, good morning to you. Got Roll over there on the Twitch as well, too. J Rowe 49, good morning. Brian West, good morning to you. Sucker. Good morning, Brian. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Lola Dragon, good morning. I need to share the link to Mom and them, so they're gonna be like, Baba, you didn't send us the link. I don't know, just y'all get the alert. What's going on, Tiger? Good morning to you. Love you, Brian. Mean it.
Just come to mama. Come to your mama. Just come to mama. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Just come to mama. She'll take care of
all right, I think I'm good to go now. Okay, cool.
Just come to mama. She's gonna make it all right.
Ooh, I wanted to hear a Pacific song, but I gotta find it. So until then.
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. Watch me walk away, putting myself on display. 1, 2, 3 a day. I'm on my way, on my way. I'ma have you on tiptoes, watching my diamond afterglow. I know you wanna take me home. I'm on my way, on my way. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW.
Sonia B. Oh, Sonia says good morning. Well, excuse me, afternoon from Scotland. Shout out to you, Sonia B. Thank you for joining us from across the water. Well, appreciate you. Love you. Vitamin Gail, good morning.
They want me quiet, I amplify. I'm on my way to the best thing that
Environmental Coffee House. Good morning to you. Folks, 22, give me one margarita. Yay.
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, nothing left to prove.
Big Piece, good morning, Big Piece. How you doing? Good morning to you.
Like Malibu, I'ma have you on tiptoes, watching my diamond afterglow. I know you wanna take me home. I'm on my way, on my way.
Ooh, I know what song I want. Ooh, what was the name of that song?
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do.
I got 20 seconds. Okay, let me see. I gotta find it. Let me see. Oh, that's a good one. There we go. I was looking for that. My throwback jam for Saturday, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Rebecca Azor will be pulling up momentarily, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Good morning, everybody.
I'm a little bit naughty. I'm a little bit too consumed, but every part of my body is telling me to run away from you. Come a little bit closer. Yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer. Yeah. You're a little bit crazy. It's been days, but you never change. What's love got to do with it? He comes around, better knock that stuff down. Come a little bit closer. Yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer. Yeah. So all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly. I'm too fly. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Blue word on my shoulder. Good morning to you.
You get mad every time you lose. You can't take me with you. I'm scared you're gonna blow your fuse. Come a little bit closer. Yeah, I can really start over. Yeah, in the back of my mind, there's someone waiting on me. You're just wasting my time because you're scared and lonely. Finally got some closure.
All right, y'all. We're not going to delay y'all any bit longer, y'all. Like it or not, it's about to go down. But before we do, when my wife caught me standing on the bathroom scale, sucking in my stomach, she laughed. That's not going to help. Sure it does, I said. It's the only way I can see the numbers. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Good morning, y'all. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. Yes, it's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. Like it or not. Rebecca Azor is in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, or real life ish. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. He's always coming up with the master plan. Politics scheming, or trying to find the meaning of life. And while the feds keeps us in strife. I'm your DJ. I really don't need no introduction right now, but you know what? I stay dropping them jams. Y'all know who I am. Good hope, dad jokes, culture-ish, politics. What you're hearing right now was the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, and I graduated to a plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. 8 p.m. Friday, you know how we do. Let's go. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Let's start this damn show. Let's go.
Like It or Not starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a whole box of sugar. It's the box full of sugar. Makes the mouse go down.
Where are we? Are we plugged into the right mic here?
Yeah, you sound
Yeah,
good.
at least you got that good. Yeah.
Ooh, wow. Good morning. And welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
And not care who doesn't like it.
All right. Let's do that there. All right. Ha, ha. One Saturday morning. We are here
Back up a little bit. My rusty beard is showing too close. Hey, Rebecca,
Ben,
how you doing Saturday?
Ben, you get looking skinty over there, Ben. It's showing in your face.
Oh, it's showing. Oh, well, good, man.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
my mom called me like, Ben, you okay? You okay? I'm like, yeah, mom. I'm working out. That's all. That's all.
That's it, right?
That's it.
How y'all doing this morning?
We're good, Rebecca. How you
You
doing?
okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just trying to get some tea in. It's been, I ain't gonna hold you, it's been a definite, couldn't even say stressful, but very crazy few days for me. More than stressful. I think you know how when you're so stressed out, is it stressed? I don't even know how to title it. But you know, when something happens and you really can't do nothing about it, like nothing at all about it, your anxiety level is off the charts that you are calm.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
It's a few
right
days.
Right now, this moment?
Yeah.
Wow, sis, because I know exactly what that feels like. So
it's the craziest thing. It's like, but it's been for the last 2 days. It's crazy. I was on the situation happened on I mean, I feel like we're family here, so I can say it here on this show. I feel like it's nothing like nobody passed away or anything, but it's just the craziest thing that I never thought would happen to me. Now
you do know we can't trust everybody in the audience. That's
what I'm saying. It's not anything crazy. Everybody, y'all could use it paper, but I didn't want to say it. I'm like, I had to get on the day it happened. I had to get on Leftist Mafia that day. And the reason why I don't even like to say these things is I don't like people treating our show like a goodwill show or that we're always suffering or whatever. I don't like that. So that's why I kind of, whatever. We work to make ends meet. We're going to do what we need to do to make sure families are straight, all the other things.
We're a working class show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a difference though. I want people to get on here and pay us because of our worth. I want people to do that not because it's like, oh, look at this. That is not. I don't like that.
Let's send these Negroes 30 cents a day so they can eat.
Yeah, we're not that type of person. But I will say
15 cents a day, you too can feed a Like It or Not podcast.
Host.
Yeah, I don't like. But because I see how it is in other platforms and how people don't have to do much and they just are supported financially. But I say that to say, on Thursday when on the day that I had to do the show for the Leftist Mafia and I showed up, you know what I mean? I might be a little late, but I'm gonna show up. But I had a really, really rough day. A lot of my bills are on auto pay and things like that. And I was budgeting out for my month like I do every single month. For those of you who don't know, I do work a 9 to 5. And I also do the shows on the side. And I would say these are more so of what I focus on for real. And so I would say that to say I was budgeting out for the month of August, making sure, okay, when this comes out, my rent will be paid, lights will be paid, car note, these things that are important to me.
Right.
And then I went to my account. There was Thursday night, right before the show. I got on Leftist Mafia. I finished work. I went to the store and I went to go get, because I was cramping. Then it was already started off as a hard day. I went to go get pills, guys, simply just for my menstrual cramp pains. I went to go get some. I swiped my card at the store and it said it couldn't go through. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let me go ahead. I'm already looking very homeless. I said, okay, let me go. Because, when I'm sick, I'm throwing up. I'm like, I need to just go get this and come on home. I'm looking homeless in these white people's store. And they're just like looking at me. And I'm like, okay. So I swiped my card. It says it declined. Okay, let me look at the account. Everything is zeroed out. Everything in the account is there. I'm like, that can't be possible. Like, I got bills due. These things are coming out. What's going on? You guys, I look in my account. The money is there, but it's held. They zeroed out my account and they took my money. They being, I don't know. I called the bank and they were like, we don't know, but this was a court order. Me, Rebecca Azor, had her money garnished. My lifetime's money.
Ooh, hang on. Now you got my attention. What did they garnish?
Garnished. I had, and it's making me a little bit emotional right now because it's really crazy how I feel like I do everything by the book. The only thing I say I ain't paying back is these loans, right? I do everything by the book. I am pretty much a citizen of the world. I didn't get no PPP loans. I didn't do none of that. When I was 21, 20 years old, 19 maybe, I got a credit card so that I can get my brother through school, into school and through school for his first year. And they a few days, maybe like last week, I got a notification saying it will be wiped off my credit, but I already was working with them and somebody to get it off. So it wasn't even on my credit anymore. It was more so like a charge off, whatever. And so a few days ago, I got a notification saying this will be, they can't come for you anymore, whatever. On that, so when I called the bank and I was asking them, I'm like, hey, you guys, like, what's going on? Like, they're like, we don't know. It looks like a court order. And I'm like, a court order? Now I'm scared because I'm like, I am a citizen of the world. I am like, I'm not that type of person. And all I could be thinking about is, oh my goodness, my rent, my car note, my lights.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
real.
don't have, so my other account, they did it as well in another bank. So, these people, when I talked to the bank, they were like, I called again because they couldn't give me they gave me a phone number to call. I called the number, the people kept hanging up. They kept passing me through, kept hanging up. I called back the bank. They told me it was Georgia Revenue. I said, no, that can't be. I don't play about taxes. I don't do that. So I called Georgia. They said, we do not, ma'am. That is not the truth. Ma'am, Georgia, ma'am, no.
So you're tracking it down, and the people that tell you is doing it.
Yes.
Wow.
No. I called back the bank and they said, you a creditor, a credit card from over, I think it's 11 years now, has decided to go to court. It was the last day. It's like a creditor that works with the law office. And it literally is unethical, but it's not illegal here in Georgia. They seen that that was the last day that this would be on my credit. Meanwhile, I wasn't even really showing up on my credit. That's how far back it was. I paid and did all I needed to do. Got on my grown woman long time ago to make sure that I can be all right. And they went and went to the courts, said that I wasn't able to go to the courts. They never gave me any notification or anything. So that I wasn't able to go to the courts, went to my bank, put a court order in, and held every single dime that I have. I have no access to anything.
Right now, this moment.
In this moment.
Wow.
Right now, in this moment. I have no access to anything. I just got paid. They took that. And they're holding everything, even though it's over what they need. They're going to hold it for about a month.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're gonna hold my account for about a month. And mind you guys, why I was so frustrated. Like, me, how can this happen to me? Me, this is something that somebody you would think I was a criminal, guys. You would think I was a criminal. I have virtually no access to anything. Nothing. And I'm like, I was really frustrated. I had to get on the show and I had to do what I needed to do on Leftist Mafia because, that's it's a commitment that I made. And that was literally, something did change. If you even look at it up, about a few years ago, right during the pandemic, they started doing that. They started doing this process where they will come after people when they know it's like the last day that it'll be on the collections. They'll go to the court, get a court order. And I asked the woman when I finally got to the lady on the phone, because mind you, they weren't picking up. She said to me, ma'am, we came to your home and we served you. I said, no. They gave me a date that didn't match. They stated that they were sending paperwork here and there and there. And they have these things logged in. But I told her, she said, we are a law office. I said, no, I looked you up. You're not a law office. You're
a debt collector.
Yes, you are. So they try to use this verbiage. And then she said, what? She's like, girl, listen, we'll keep taking until we can't, until it's all paid up. And then she stated to me, I said, how did you get my information? She said, oh, we know where you work. And once we found out where you work, where you worked. She said, don't you work here? Don't you work here? She kept repeating that. And I said, how did you find out my information? She repeated herself. Don't you work here? So that was, and it was very frustrating to me. Like I said, I'm super numb about it, y'all. Literally, all my bills have not been paid, and I budget. I live month to month, so I live. What I get paid is how is my living expenses. I budgeted.
Rebecca, hold that thought, because the important question that's in the chat room now is: have they frozen your Cash App?
No, they haven't frozen my Cash App. No, they haven't frozen my Cash App.
So then everybody who's watching that is capable of helping Rebecca through this situation, this is a good chance for you to show that love. Send her a Cash App of whatever you can, however much you can, and let's help get her past this. Because if we're not here for this, what are we here for?
Yeah, because that's for them to be able to do that, they would have to go on leaps and bounds to be able to access your banking accounts, because most times they're only able to garnish your wages. So at this point, they're doing some illegal ass shit.
Yeah, they couldn't garnish my wages. It's not even that. It's literally off of my credit. So what they did is gone to get that day. Listen, this is how nasty and ridiculous. That day that it was supposed to disappear, I got a notification that it would. These are people that are like fishing for these type of, for us who have been in debt years ago. I'm talking about, I was literally 19, 20, guys. I'm 33 years old. I'm 33. I got that credit card to get my brother through school.
And you know what, Rebecca, you could have got that credit card to go pop bottles, as far as I'm concerned.
No, I didn't. I wasn't even drinking. I didn't drink.
But what I'm saying is that you don't have to qualify that it's a good debt. You know what I mean? That it's a worthwhile debt. This company does not have the right to do this. And if they do, let's say, I mean, because clearly they got legal force behind it, then we have to look at the legislation that has changed that allow them to do this type of thing, because this is malicious.
Yeah, I even looked it up online, and everybody who got, okay? And it's like, it's a new thing. Everyone was saying the same thing. They're saying this is very unethical and has to be illegal in some way, shape, or form. There is no way that, and they were all saying, I'm a great citizen. I even pay on my debt. Me, I cleared my debt. Before I've done what I needed to do. I don't play about that. The only thing that I can't give to right now is my student loans. Everything else, I had to get. I remember when I even made the decision to start getting my life together so that I can get places, things like a car, a home, or whatever. You know, when I got a job that made sense, a career, that everything. That was literally in my mid-20s. I was like, no more playing, no more. It's like, get my life together. And I did that. And here I am, and these people literally went into. I can look into my account right now, and I see my check. I see everything. They are holding it, guys.
So it's almost like they didn't. It's not posted on your account, but it's just held as a payment where they're just holding all the funds. So even if like you went to your,
what they're doing is anything that comes into my account is theirs. Anything that comes into my account will be there.
They can't do that. Illegally, the bank should be able to. If you should be able to dispute that with the bank, because that's not something that you authorize.
I have to go to the courts, and I called the court. So it's this again. This happened on a Thursday. Friday, I was on the phone with them all day. I was at the bank, and the courts had closed early. By the time I literally had a whirlwind of a day. I did the show on Thursday night. I was so numb, but I knew I had to do. So I had a job to do. I still went to work knowing that my money ain't mine. I'm working for free, essentially. I have you guys, I don't even know how to describe what happened. And I'm like, but why me though? Like, that's what frustrates me, because I'm like, I don't try to be. I know I'm a really good person. I don't know sometimes why things hit me the way they do. I take care of my family. I try to do best as I can. And it's just really frustrating.
It's frustrating.
Like, it's really frustrating.
It's frustrating, but just always remember the strongest warriors get the toughest challenges. Always remember that. So, this ain't nothing but a stepping stone, Becca. And somebody said in the chat, I was going to say this as well, too. Cancel your direct deposit because they can't get their check.
It's so crazy because it's like, I don't carry myself like no poor girl. I don't walk around like I'm no poor girl. Essentially, I mean, according to the numbers, we are working class more, but I don't carry myself that way. I'm not that. I like to make sure bills are paid first. Before any pleasure, for anything. I make sure like if my family needs something, if I already committed to taking care of that, it's done. Everything is done. I virtually have no access to my funds, groceries, nothing. How I usually budget out every month, how I take care of myself, all of that. And so that was one of the crazier things for me.
No, that's the craziest, right?
Yeah.
It's craziest.
I'm so numb, you guys.
Yeah.
I am so numb to it. Like that because my anxiety level is probably here and I'm over the top of it because I don't know.
Rebecca, I'm going to come down for a second and I'll be back because I need to log into the producer's account. But I want to say this before I drop real quick. Okay. Rebecca, we've known each other for a long time, right? We've known each other through a couple of key transitions, and I never forget one time you called and you were like, I'm just gonna pray for you, big, because you got a lot going wrong in your life. And then you start listing all the stuff that was going wrong in my life. I was like, well, dang, I didn't think about that one. Thanks for bringing that to my attention, Rebecca. So, but I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the things that I have been going through, the result of it was me having absolute trust in God, right? Yeah. And I normally don't do this on this show. You can catch me on Sunday mornings at the church where I preach my sermons, right? But I'm going to be honest with you. It's like this anxiety, when you have something that uproots your entire life, everything that you know, everything that you've been working hard to build, and you see it snatched away from you multiple times, it really does make you ask the question of, why am I going through that? Literally the first question I asked, I was yelling at the moon like God was on the moon or something, like, why me? All the evil people that we know are in this game who are succeeding, and I'm like, you gonna put me through this, me and my whole family through this? The result has been just one. Every time one of these situations comes up that makes me numb, that drives my anxiety to 10, that makes me want to just crawl in the bed and not get back out of the bed for a couple of months. I have to intentionally not give it that kind of power.
Yeah.
I just have to. Why? For me, it's because every time I've seen God come through for me. That's why. So I've got no reason. I got no other choice but to just continue to trust. Now, there's still practical things that you need to do, like make sure you cancel that direct deposit, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And change it over to what, right? And
check cash works still, I know it sucks, but
it's like, and it's so crazy. And I said this to myself, I'm like, this is so crazy. And so I think it's because, and I'll say this, you guys, I've worked so hard to get myself to the point where, and it's not even a point where I can actually do what I need to do all the time, but to the point where I can figure out how to budget every month, right? And make sure my bills are paid and I'm fed and the important things are done first. And because I still make time to take care of me, to have a good time. And then even if that means I don't want to feel guilty for going to a concert, I don't want to feel guilty for going out. I literally budget enough to put that all in, right? I've worked hard to do that. So my mother, I called her and I told her what happened, and she's telling me in Creole, I can send you $50 right now. So I said, okay, mama. She did it through Western Union. It gave me anxiety because it brought me back to when I didn't have anything. And I used to call my mama just for her she's like, okay, I'm going to send you $20 at the Western Union. I was like 21, 22. And I had to make a promise to myself. I won't go back there. It's crazy. I said, I think it was that Wednesday. This is why I was really frustrated. That Wednesday, I told myself, I made this declaration of no lack for 2023, right? The next day, that's what happened. I got so frustrated. I'm like, God, I've tried. I've really, really tried. And financially, I've found a good, steady flow. And you guys know, we know if you're working class, we know if you're, poor, working class or anything, when you find a steady flow, even though you got at a, yeah, it's like you finally got just some kind of bearings where, okay, everything, at least my bills are paid. At least I'm eating. At least I can make sure that my kids are clothed, and at least they don't know what's going on because they're fed, because things like that. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know that they don't know
Right,
that the car is shaking because the rotors are bad. They don't know that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like you've come to a place where you can at least plant your feet a little bit. And when it's just like it's grabbed right from you, and I talked to that woman, and the woman was literally trying to talk to me crazy, and I'm like, the fact that people are out here to do this type of work, nasty work, and yes, nasty work. And I was reading the comment section for this place, Aldrich Pine Holdings. That's what it's called. And I was reading that, and everybody in the comment section, their stories were breaking my heart. I'm going through my own thing. But
pause real quick. I'm sorry, Becca, to interrupt. That's not the right account, Pixie. That is not the right Becca. That is Razor 19. Yeah, that's no. It's working because I just sent something to her and it came through. Roller, calm down. They didn't get a cash app. Pixie's got the wrong cash app address. That's why it's not working. Becca's voice, $ Becca's voice.
I love
because looking at that screenshot that I'm sending, that's Razor 1590. That is not right. That is not the right Rebecca. So Becca's voice is the right one. You'll see it. It'll say Rebecca Azor when it comes up.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate this. And like I said, I just wanted to share this with you guys because it's been a hard few days. And I essentially, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's been a very, very tough few days, not knowing like what's going to happen between 7 and 30 days, the days that the woman gave me, no matter what income is going into that particular account. It's just the fact that my bank allowed that. I have the highest protection in the bank that you can have, and they allowed this to happen.
Yeah.
And so
it definitely make sure on Monday, Becca, because like I said in our chat, if they're telling you that it's the courts that's doing it, that can't be true, because I just don't see it as even if it was a court order, it would still be it would come from that company, and the bank should still be able to dispute it. There should be no reason that they're holding your damn funds like that, man.
So the bank told me no. They said there's nothing, because this is like a fairly new thing that they've been doing for the last few years. Before, they were literally just going to the court and saying that people aren't showing up to court and going to get their money. And now they're going to the courts. They're not notifying you and saying that, then they're sending out letters later than what they're supposed to, and going to the court date and saying that they sent you a letter at this time, knowing that right now the mail system ain't even good. You know, like, everybody ain't getting them nothing, but they didn't give me a notification. I would have paid it. They got what they need in my account. Take it and go. Take it and go. But they're holding it. They're holding every dime, every dollar, every single thing. Every single thing. Rent was due on the 1st, which they give you 3 days. I was given it 3 days to see what it will. Nothing. Okay. And so I'm at a place right now where, like I said, I'm numb. I just believe that I cannot allow myself to break. I can't allow myself to break so that I can continue to do what I need to do. I don't feel broken. I just feel at a place, like I said, of numbness. I still want to make sure we get our work done. I still want to make sure I'm doing what we need to do. I've already done where when life hits you hard, you just crawl into a hole. Do I want to crawl into a hole? Yes.
Yeah.
But as I tell you guys all the time on this show, we can feel our feelings. There's nothing I can do about what's happening right now. I am confident that I am still a good person. Yes, I question why things like this happen to people, but I know I'm a good person. I know that this is out of my hands. And when I'm so stressed like this, when it's out of my hands, I know that I don't want to hold it anymore. I don't want to be stressed. I know what it looks like to go. You guys know that I suffer from anxiety, and I know where that can bring me. And so I'm just at a place, like I said, I'm numb, but I still want to get our work done. I still want us to get through our show. I still want to make sure things are done. I don't know what my days are going to look like. That's the facts. I ain't gonna lie to you. That same day that I couldn't get pills, I suffered in my menstrual pain at home. I didn't eat because I couldn't get groceries, right? But God is still good. I know whoever you serve or whatever, but for me, I just know that it's gonna get done. In the same breath, I am tired of going through things that don't kill me but make me stronger.
Yeah.
Come on.
I am tired of that.
Yes,
I am so tired of that. But that's my little soliloquy.
Becca, could I give you one last
Oh,
thing?
Becca.
Yes.
Another reason you're going through this is because one thing I noticed about you, you're very uniquely fit to be a communicator on what it is to be working class and Black brilliance, right? Black girl magic, just being a Black internationalist, right? And so what I mean by that though is that you have literally both the knowledge as well as the ability to communicate what the hell people are actually going through in these streets, right? You have the platform to launch out to do it even more, but now you have this thing, it's a chip on your shoulder, and it should be, because you see just how evil these people can be when they treat workers the way they treat us, right? And so the fact that we're a working class show, you know what I mean? That's nothing to be, you know, I know how you described it at the beginning, you know, like we're not a Goodwill show, but the fact that we are a truly working class show gives you the cutting edge when it comes, because can't nobody tell you about what it is to struggle because you live in it.
Yeah.
So anyway, use it as ammunition to fight back against these people, because if they're doing it to you, just realize how many more tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people they're doing it to. Therefore, you can become a voice for them.
I mean, I love how you put that honestly, because I say that to say, like, in this space, you know, I appreciate you putting it that way, because that's facts. In this space, we are a working class show. We don't get to just do this, make money off of this, go ahead and contribute to making content for you. We have to get off of this and actually go figure out other ways to sustain ourselves. And that doesn't mean that how we're sustaining ourselves is not helping, because it gives me access to healthcare, because without this particular job, I wouldn't have healthcare. I wouldn't do, there's a lot of things I wouldn't have access to. In the same breath, it does take away our time that we can pour into doing more of this, doing more of the work, sharing more of the stories, the laughs, the love, the community here in these spaces. But there are other people who have these platforms and can do this as much as they want, how they want, when they want. And this is solely that. We are literally the working class. This is what if you ever want to see what it looks like for people who are content creators but have to go still work a 9 to 5, it's usually going to be a person of color.
Yep, absolutely.
It's usually going to be a person of color. So this is what it is for us. But I want people to see our work and pay us our worth, as far as like, hey, we love this show. Right. We want to contribute to this show because these people are doing a job. They're doing a service. They're doing just the same way that I see it on other platforms, where I don't even think it's even as good as what we got going on here. I really don't.
I went back through some of our shows from a year and a half ago when we were really doing our thing with all of us. We had the whole team, all the quality that they get from this working class show, because we were working class back then too, right? You know, we
during the pandemic.
During the pandemic, we were showing up working class, but the quality that we have always consistently delivered has been top tier. And so they're not just getting working class content from working class creators, they're getting content that rivaled any of the top commentators out there, any of the top. I mean, we even had a production style that was we were bringing in live video from the Supreme Court. Okay, so you know,
we have relationships. Here's the thing. We have relationships with state. Let us brag on ourselves real quick, even though I'm going through it, everybody going through it. Let us brag on ourselves real quick. Let this be a good moment to brag on ourselves real quick. We have relationships and respect from state legislators in different states. When
Mhm.
our names are thrown around, they know exactly who we are. We've been on
Facts.
countless platforms. We've been in relations with other people who come. We open the space for anybody, especially people of color, and
Mhm.
whatever their expertise may be. We open the door for them to come and sit here with us and talk freely, not how they would talk on these other platforms or on these bigger platforms or whatever. They know they can come here, we can go at it real quick, we can have a little spat, a debate, and still key about some black stuff. Like, this
Mhm.
is what we can do. This is what it's a great place to have that in the morning. The vibes give we receive. It's like receiving love, and
Yeah.
everybody's invited.
Mhm.
Everybody is, and then we won awards. Rebecca, the Haitian representation. We won. This show won the award for that. Okay, so we are we are quality, and I want people to understand that. I'm not begging for anything. I want you to look at this and say, this show deserves.
Yeah.
This
I
show
like
is
that.
quality.
Well,
This
I'll
show
say
is
it real
actual
quick
work.
because there's a pressing issue at hand. I'm going to say it one more time. Cash App Rebecca Azor, get her Cash App out of the chat rooms. We have moderators who are dropping it. So do me a solid. And I don't care if you're watching this today or in 10 years. Every time y'all watch this video, send Rebecca Azor a Cash App. Put it on the screen. There it is. Becca's voice.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys so
And,
much.
and if it's redirecting, Pixie, I think yours is the only one that's doing it so far. I was able to send something as well. And if you need to send it to me, y'all can send it to me, and I'll make sure that Becca gets it. I'll forward it over to her.
That's right. That's
Thank you guys so much. I see it all pouring in. I really, really appreciate that. Like, you don't even know. You don't even know. Like, I really appreciate the help. I love that we have community. I really appreciate that from my heart to yours.
Rebecca,
Literally.
you're a strong one because like I alluded to the stuff that I went through, but I ain't get on air and share it because I'd be like, I don't know if it's pride, I don't know if I'm not strong enough, but I got to tip my hat to you for having the backbone enough to be truthful about what you're going through. Because
it was embarrassing.
I just pretended like I wasn't going through it.
No, it was this. Like I said, when I told you this was embarrassing for me. I still got on the leftist mafia and do the show like I usually do, right? Anywhere. It just had happened, but I still showed up. I just logged off of work. I still showed up because I remember. I know what it's like. Before years past, I didn't show up. I know what it's like to not show up. Things fall apart. I'm still feeling terrible. I'm putting myself more in a hole. I'm not saying that I'm not going to take time to make sure things get to where they need to be. Like, I got to make sure things get to where they get to be. I even was planning a vacation, y'all. It's because I've been working all year long. Haven't took one vacation. I've been working all year long. I made sure that this year was going to be, I was going to laser focus on taking care of my dad's healthcare bills and make sure that I work. I visited home and that was work for me. I made sure, like, I can't even go see my niece. She had to come here, but I had a laser focus. That was my promise to myself. I'm going to work all year long, take a vacation towards the end of the year. And that was supposed to be this year for my best friend's birthday, right? This month for my best friend's birthday. I wanted to go ahead and take it. I wanted to do these things and they were going to get done because I saved for it. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, but no, honey. It's like, I was like, why does it have to happen to me? And I know it sounds like selfish, but I take care of myself. I do this. I'm not out here trying to rob Peter to pay Paul, even though that's a part of the process for the working class person. Even though we're making ends meet, what's happening in between, we're moving this here, that there, asking this, so that we know when we get the money back, we got to go ahead and give it back to this, to make sure that next time we can ask that person for the next go round for this, and this. But at the same time, we're going to make it work. That's what I say. I don't want to go back into a place of sadness, depression, super anxiety. I think that's why my anxiety is so high that I'm numb, but I'm numb enough to be at a place to understand. Rebecca, you'll see this through. There's going to be a tomorrow at some point. What Glorilla said, that's why I love tomorrow.
That's why I love tomorrow.
That's why I love tomorrow. I can cry, as you guys see, but I can laugh, and and that's just what we got to do. David, I know you're out. Thank you, Ben, for becoming our producer.
Look here, I'm over here. Right. Y'all pray for me. let me see. Hang on, let me see if I know how to do this. If I put this up, what would do? Okay, it comes up and I bring it back down. Okay, I'm ready.
It's so much to talk about after my whole spill. There's so much to talk about, y'all, and I just feel like we got to start at Lizzo, so we could just get it out the way. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah, I like the way I pull that lower third up.
I see that. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, because we haven't had. Thank you for that.
Like I did something big.
It came in too. Let's talk Lizzo. All right. If you don't know, Lizzo beating is actually, as the lower third says, she's under fire. Okay, she's under fire for the accusations filed by her former dancers, 3 of them, who filed the lawsuit this week against her, alleging weight shaming, sexual harassment, and creating a hostile work environment. Okay, and so the people who she worked with, the dancers that are accusing her of these things, have taken to social media to actually describe a few instances of one being when they were in Amsterdam, and after the show, they were in what is it called? Red light district, where everybody, if you know about Amsterdam, the red light district is a sexual area, like sex workers, bars, those things. And there's a particular place that one of the dancers described where she was forced, even though she said no, allegedly, and none of the dancers knew that they were going to this particular area after their show. Lizzo allegedly had surprised them with that and forced one of the dancers specifically to engage in the acts, and she said no, and she still forced her to do that. And then there's a particular scene in the shows where a banana is placed in a private area of the woman, and she forced one of the dancers to allegedly eat the banana from, and that's actually a part of the show. And the woman said allegedly no. So a lot of this was going around. It was about 24 hours to 48 hours. We didn't hear anything from Lizzo, and so much more was coming out. Now, interviews with the dancers, sitting with their lawyers, it happening. So it started to become more and more just piled up, and we still didn't hear anything from the Lizzo. And now, I think it was 2 days ago, Lizzo did take to Instagram to put out this statement, starting with, as an artist, I've always been very passionate about what I do. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put out the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions, but it's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they aren't valued as an important part of the team. She continued on to say, I am not here to be looked at as a victim, but I also know that I am not the villain that people in the media have portrayed me to be these last few days. I am very open with my sexuality and expressing myself. I cannot accept or allow people to use that openness to make me out to be something that I am not. There is nothing I take more seriously than the respect we deserve as women in the world. She continued, I know what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis and would absolutely never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight. So that was her statement towards social media. When she's talking about body shaming, that was one of the first allegations that came out by the dancers that said that Lizzo was body shaming some of the dancers because they were gaining weight during the tour. They were drinking allegedly during the tour. Another person that's under fire with Lizzo is, I believe, her dance director. She is she's a known Christian saved person, and they said that she's so devout that she wanted everybody in the dance team to convert to Christianity. They also said that in the same breath she would make them uncomfortable by simulating oral sex. And so I looked at a video.
Convert them?
Yeah, like it's like a culty thing. I looked at a video of her. I dropped it on Threads. I reposted it on Threads of the woman who was the Christian woman, and she had tour. I just want to say, God, I love you. If I didn't say God, I love you the first time, I want to repeat it and say, God, I love you. If you don't love God, God loves you. I got the tour and I saw my dog. My mom, God loves you. Okay. I love God and God loves you. At the end of this, I just want you to know that God loves you. And when I saw that video, I said, she did whatever they said she did.
She guilty as hell.
She did that. I said that on Lefty's Mafia, and I know it was hard for them to. I said whatever that girl did, she after watching after watching what I seen, that's that cult type environment. That's that. It's not you're converting them. No, it's actually something to control them,
Right.
and that's what it's giving here. They did dig up a video, and I know you got a lot to say, Bubba. I could see it in your little heart of hearts. But they did dig up. They dug up a video of Lizzo actually talking about, and this is before the allegations came out, about wanting to know more, loving the red light district, but wanting to know more about that specific piece of the banana and the JJ. That's that place that does that, and it's called the Banana Bar. And she said she wants specifically to get involved with that. And then the allegations came out, and you know who did it? The FBI Instagrammers. Not actual FBI, the Instagram FBI, the Twitter FBI.
The Twitter FBI, right.
Them. They went and found and gathered this information. I will say this, and I'll leave the floor to you guys. It's unfortunate. I don't know what to. I can't say I don't know what to believe. I can't say this is hard to believe, but I can say, dang, it really hurts my heart. Like, if this is true, it would, because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to be with this. I hope that it's not true. That's all I got, Bubba.
You know, it's one of those things that I say I don't put nothing past anybody these days, celebrity, otherwise. Don't put it past anybody, because they're human just like we are. And I said it on BBC yesterday. Like, he without sin cast the first stone, right? Everybody cast throwing these stones, my dude. Come on now, let's look at your browser history. Let's look at the stuff that you be looking up.
Come on.
Because I know I ain't gonna say nothing about nobody, because shit. But honestly, it's one of those things. It just let all the information come out. I mean, because if you want to go back to it as well too, the song she released, was it last year, 2 years ago, with Cardi B, Rumors? She had said something about some allegations as well too. So it almost makes it seem like, okay, maybe she was talking about these allegations that's coming out now, but she was putting it in that song. Because if you listen to the verse, it's just like, oh, that was very specific. So, and now it's just like, now it kind of makes sense. But yeah, it's especially because one of the chicks that also did the interview, you on this interviewing or auditioning for season 2 of her show, Watch Out for the Big Girls, and you doing all this praising and everything. And now you're coming out claiming that, no, that wasn't, this was before I did that interview, or this was after I did that interview. Which one is it? It sounds like a bunch of BS to me.
Ben?
You know, I like Lizzo, especially recently. She did there's this video of her in Australia being really cool to this young girl who's a fan of hers, and it was just really a touching moment. I don't know anything about her outside of the couple of clips that I see of her, and I love her, you know, for the joy that she shows, and the joy that she brings to her fans, which is genuine. I think it's 100% genuine. I love it. So, but I can't speak to anything else about this because I don't know that side of her. If that exists, I don't know. But I do have I have the clip whenever you're ready for it. But the accusers sat with their attorney on TMZ, no less, which to me says, okay, well, now I don't know a lot about Lizzo, but I also do know a lot about TMZ. And I do know what it looks like when you're in a lawsuit and then your attorneys take you to TMZ. Versus
they were on a couple of
they've been making some rounds.
It did start with TMZ. I'm not going to hold you. TMZ was one of the first to break the news. But let's take a look at this clip because I got more to say after that.
Yeah, me too.
By Lizzo, as you say, were they direct where they said, I really want you to do it? Or was it more, I'm afraid if I don't, I might get fired?
Yeah, I think for both of us, there was like this always looming feeling of thinking that if you didn't do something or you didn't adhere to certain suggestions or demands that your job could be in jeopardy, have fun with her and, go along with like what she was doing and, be down for anything that they were favored. They were hired for more shows. They were invited on, like private jets and to do cool things and, could hang out with her in like tropical settings like Hawaii and stuff like that. Some of our coworkers, it's just like there was no line between professionalism and personal. And so we had in our minds that if we weren't, down for anything, that we would then be ostracized later. It was this unspoken thing in the camp that if you weren't super fun, like if you like skipped out on all of the like outings and all that stuff, that you wouldn't be seen in good favor from Lizzo, and that you would then not be considered like one of the people that is like cool and down for anything, and then therefore not be booked for as many jobs.
Okay, at the end she tied it. So I'm like,
it started off crazy.
It started off super duper crazy because, of course, there's an inner circle, right? You're dealing with
always every celebrity.
I don't know Lizzo, but I know celebrities, and I do know if you want to be down with the celebrities, then you're going to be down for whatever they want to do, even if it's something that make whatever. Like if you want to go and be in the private inner space of a celebrity, then why are you complaining when they have that's their private space? Now, at the very end, the last thing she said was that she felt like it was tied to whether or not they would get booked for a performance. And now that's what they're going to have to be able to demonstrate in a court of law to actually win here, because that's the difference. If you feel like, oh, I can't get a gig with them unless I party with them, then that's something totally different. But you just wanted to be in their space and be in the in crowd, that sounds like a personal kind of thing to me.
It really does. This whole thing is just so it's so stupid almost, because it seems like this is what happens when you have celebrities. Once you're in that higher range of celebrities, Taylor Swift, Lizzo, Beyonce, Rihanna, it seems like all these people now that you employ that's behind the scenes doing all this stuff, especially dancers, they're always the ones that come up with issues. Beyonce has had this happen before when dancers have said something. Todrick Hall has had something happen where they came up to him and said that they weren't paying, he wasn't paying his dancers, and they were doing all this other stuff as well too, which came out to be I don't want to say it was false, but at least they did a settlement because they didn't pay them, but they weren't doing their work. The work ethic wasn't there. Same thing with Beyonce stuff. Some of these celebrities, they're very specific about when they do their concerts and when they do their stuff, and they expect certain things to be done. And if it's not done the right way, then they fire them or get rid of them. So it almost sounds like they were fired and said, y'all not cutting it and y'all need to go. Because Lizzo's energy on stage is very high energy at all her performances, so she expects the same thing. Like I said, it's one of those things we'll wait and see. But at this point, the credibility of these two, I'm not going for it.
So let me say this, and I want this to be a lie. I want this to be wrong.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of things. Let me just let's start with this. So does Believe Women go out the window because it's Lizzo, or does Believe Black Women, like, what do we do? Because I want to make sure that we keep it where it's supposed to be.
Oh, you got two black women. You got two groups of black women here. So
yeah, but it doesn't, yeah, it's true. But I really, really want us to. I want to still. Even though I think this is crazy, especially having let me be clear. This interview on TMZ is a wild thing. It's a wild thing to premiere out on TMZ as you go on this, tour of interviews to discuss the allegations. But I will say, if this happened to them and they were afraid that they were going to lose their jobs and they were forced to go to these things, and be forced to do sexual things because they didn't want to, they were in the middle of all of this and they did not want to feel ostracized. Imagine being so pressured, you're around and you're like, Lizzo's like, do this. You're in Amsterdam, you're going, do this. And I can't say it. You can just say no and be fine with it. The pressure. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it happened. I hope it did not happen. But if it did, that's a crazy thing. That's like to that's a crazy, hold that thought, because I want you to say it. It's a crazy thing, and I hate that would have happened to somebody allegedly. That to me, if it did happen, I'm not saying that Lizzo is incapable of doing it. I'm not saying that she's capable of doing it.
Right.
I think that she's innocent until proven guilty. But I do also want to point out so that's that layer of it. I do also want to point out the fat shaming that's happening. The fat phobia is ridiculous because people aren't even focusing on these people saying that they were assaulted or pushed into something by Lizzo or coerced or whatever. They're focusing on fat people. That's what they say. That fat people trying to judge other fat people. Lizzo is like, oh, not Lizzo big behind telling other big people not to do X, Y, and Z. They're focusing on a fat conversation. And they're making that's the biggest part of it that I did see. And then they said, yeah, they're saying that we should have never trusted her anyway because of her being body positive.
Oh yeah, no, that's the real cheap way for a bunch of people who hate black women, and especially they hate big black women. They're going to use this as a way to wedge that issue, because I see that they're not really talking about the sexual assault. When I say they, I'm talking about the majority of people I see attacking Lizzo are not talking about the accusations from the accusers. They're talking about her size. They're talking about, and then they're using it to say the same thing. I hear you trying to, let's clarify. Are we going to trust black women? I see the same people who are fat shaming not only Lizzo, but these two sisters here. They're also saying, well, are we going to trust black women or not? Well, here's the thing. I withheld judgment completely until I just watched this video, right? This is my first time seeing the video myself. And what I did not pick up from their own mouth was that Lizzo said to them ever that you have to do this to be cool with me, to be down with me, to get a job, to get it. She never said that to them. Now, could they feel pressure? That's implied. But what did Oprah Winfrey ask Meghan Markle and Prince Harry? Were you silenced or were you silent? Like there's a difference between were you told to do these things or did you just feel like for me to be in the in crowd, I needed to do these things, right? That's number one. Number two, I would say to Lizzo, if there's any modicum of truth to this, then I would say you have to know, sister, as a black person in this country, you will not and cannot get away with a bunch of stupid stuff. You can't. If it's for jokes and shits and giggles, if it's for whatever the reason is, you got to know that you cannot get away with any kind of game, any of this. And so you should absolutely make sure that your relationship and the relationship of everybody on your tour is as professional as you can make it. Now, that being said, y'all, we're talking about human beings. We're talking about the dancers and everybody probably partying as much as they want to on this tour. So I'm sure that there are a lot of lines that got crossed that probably should not have gotten crossed in the professional setting, but y'all are literally on a world tour. And I've heard of some really horrible, crazy things happening. I really hope that this gets sorted out. I do trust black women, but I'm saying after watching that video that they didn't convince me that they were forced to do these things. What I'm convinced of is that they went to TMZ to get as much publicity as they could over it.
Yeah. And my whole thing of it is what I always say, why now? Lizzo's been on tour for almost a year. The show, Watch Out for the Big Girls, I think that's the name of it. That show came out years ago. And I mean, I don't even think season 2 was out yet. And if it is out, it just came out last year. So if y'all were her dancers, why now? Because all this would have had to have happened, what, 2 years, between 2 to 3 years ago?
I mean, I think they could. they could probably just now be getting the nerve or the courage to actually speak up, because they know once you take on somebody as big as Lizzo, you're gonna have a huge fight on your hands. So
Yeah.
you know, and then I will correct myself and say this: perhaps they felt like the only way they can get some traction to go up against someone as big as Lizzo is to go to the TMZ interview. So I want to make an addendum to what I've been saying this morning. Perhaps they felt the only way they can get the leverage they needed was to go to TMZ. So I will put that in my calculus.
And for me, like, I want to say that the girls, you know, I guess for me, because I know what it feels like to be pressured to do something you don't want to do, but you don't, unless like you still do it. And it's like, you know, you don't want to, it's like I don't know how to explain it. And
I'm sorry, I can't. It's peer pressure. It's peer pressure, but at your big old age, you should know right from wrong.
Yeah, no.
And you just gotta sit your ass out and say, no, I ain't gonna do that, because that is not ethical for me, and it's not right for me.
Yeah,
you gotta know that difference.
But like you said, you're up against somebody so big, and even at your big age, you're working. This is like in your mind, this is an opportunity, a chance. You're in this environment.
Never sacrifice your integrity.
It don't work for everybody. That's what I'm saying. These are girls that were probably this is an opportunity that I would never have had. Lizzo provided opportunities to these women. That's one of the greatest things about it. It doesn't always mean, I'm not saying that she did this, but it doesn't always mean that. And even the why now portion of it, I get that, but I also feel like because maybe they were so afraid they thought, damn, I'm just out of here. This woman is so big, and my little voice will not have a chance to even say anything about Lizzo, who everybody sees as a saint. And that's just an example. I believe in my mind, this is my opinion outside of everything. Lizzo's great, and I really want it to be whatever they're saying is not true. But at the same time, listen, y'all. The people that we love the most can do bad things.
Do the worst things. Yep.
They can do the worst things. And so it could be sometimes when you get a sense of power, you can abuse it. You don't even know when you're doing it. Sometimes you just get this power and you're still good to the world. You're still going to do everything you set out to do. But you know, you gave these girls an opportunity. And the type of person that you are, and for anybody to be in the club, there are certain things that you got to do. And so I don't know.
Well, see, this is the only thing that I really, and I think this is an issue that they're going to have to flesh out in court. Was Lizzo like there's getting close to Lizzo the way they described it, which means you want to hang out with this person, you want to hang out with them after the party is over, after the concert is over, it's 1-2 o'clock in the morning, you want to hang out with them, then being friends with somebody at that level, you're going to encounter all their strange sexual proclivities. That's just the reality. 2 o'clock in the morning, just after a live concert tour, you want to be down, you're going to run into those types of things. The question that I have is, did she make them do those things in order to be a part of the tour? Then she should be sued into oblivion.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
No,
definitely agree.
I can agree to that. But I guess we're gonna see how this fleshes out.
I gotta take him down. Wait, where's Bubba? Let me remove him. Okay. And now
that's all right for our listening audience. We got Ben back on the production keys, honey.
I haven't produced in like 4 years, however long it's been. So
we got Ben back on the production keys, honey. So just work with us, bear with us, the visual audience, and seeing things happen as we go. And he brought Bubba right back up as he's seen him.
Quick, like David, you better watch out.
Look, David.
I told you it's a working class show. We would do our own work around here.
We know what we need to do, baby. Don't forget, it's a working class show, but it's quality over here. Okay, we got skills, but
it's a tough story though. However you look at it, this is a tough story.
This is a tough story. However we look at it, but we're just gonna have to wait as it unfolds, and I think that's how we'll be able to create more with it. Because right now we're getting most of it, as we should, because they're the ones that brought the story out. We're getting most of the testimonials and the allegations from the dancers. And what's crazy is even the ones that aren't a part of the lawsuit, they're also coming out on their social medias, and it's like more than like 5 that I've seen already who are saying the same things have happened. They're agreeing to the allegations. So I just, in my mind, I feel like one or two 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And we got an issue. We
I
got
don't
an issue.
know.
Yeah, we got
So
an issue.
it
We
might
got an
be
issue
something
here.
to look at. Maybe something happened. It may not happen every single thing, but something happened.
Now,
Yeah.
who was it?
Yeah.
Who's the Christian girl who was trying to make them?
Y'all, let me go to my
What is this about?
Ben, let me go to my threads because you gotta play it and you're gonna see the crazy look. She got that. She got that look.
Drop it in the private chat.
But y'all, I think it's one of those things too. If I don't know, I just hope it's just. I hope it's not true, but then I think it's like one of those things to where some people just can't take constructive criticism as well too. One of those things they get upset and be like, you know what? I'm going to make up some allegations. I'm going to go tell us you've been mean to me and making me do things that I don't want to do.
Well, yeah, but I'm also going to make room for the possibility. Like I said, I like
absolutely
what I see of Lizzo. I like,
I
don't know. I stand actually. I stand what I
Yeah.
see of Lizzo. I just don't. I don't know her well enough to say that she wouldn't do some sadistic crap like that.
And if she does, though, people can be if they're willing, though. See what I'm saying? If you're willing, I think it's okay. But if you feel coerced or forced because you feel like you're gonna lose your livelihood over this, you're gonna lose like that. To me, I can see how people would be like, "Let me go ahead and just eat this banana so I don't lose this job."
Why are you like?
I hate you.
Why are you?
I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to. You know what? I'll eat a banana. Just say I say I did it.
Just let me
I
go
mean,
ahead.
I was in New Orleans. I had a whole girl in my lap while I'm getting a haircut, and she just poured liquor in my mouth. So I mean, why not? Let's do it. It's okay.
I didn't know you get down like that.
Girl, we outside. We outside. Anything is possible.
My goodness. Y'all know how I usually be outside in the summer. That's how I know. I ain't seen outside in the summer.
I ain't seen outside at all. And when I did see outside, I was still working and didn't like it.
It was crazy. Like, yeah, I haven't seen outside. I haven't seen outside like I should. It's even me. The dancing videos that I'm at the Haitian spots, I'm working them. Not like a stripper or anything.
Okay.
I'm actually doing the interviews at the events, guys. To be clear,
Girl, I was like, girl, what you mean? You work?
I'm doing the interview. Oh,
You got to be very specific with this internet stuff.
Exactly.
that's how they found my bank account.
So why is it that? Oh, okay. I'm about to say I know why, because of the little camera thing. I'm about to say, why is it when my camera go down, it's gay as hell, but when Rebecca's goes down, it's black power like a mother.
James, wait a minute. You said your camera looked like this? Nah, hold on. Oh, sorry.
Not the camera know I'm damn gay.
To the audience, we just did a visual demonstration of how James's camera looks. Is Rebecca? Oh, she's back. Here we go.
Ben stays on. Ben's camera stays on.
Now, how did David so easily swap and put you in the middle?
David, because it looks crazy. I'm on the side. It doesn't look right. I must.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that all I have to do?
And you blur it.
There
you go. Okay.
Let's go, Ben.
Let's get it, Ben.
No, shout out to StreamYard. StreamYard making that pretty easy.
StreamYard. They getting better too. They getting better.
Yeah.
Let's.
But yeah, did you get that video?
You're going to have to send that in the Instagram format. The Threads doesn't have a really convenient way of downloading videos yet. So, do you have it on Instagram?
You on Threads, Rebecca? I still ain't joined it yet.
I ain't messing.
I'm on Threads. I've been threading every about 2 weeks.
So
I've been sewing some threads about every time. I don't even be like I should. Like I should. But it's a great platform because it's like a quieter space. People are leaving it, so it's like you can actually build and talk and do a little bit more on there.
Okay.
But, yeah. So if you guys are on X, it's not a porn site. It's Twitter.
I was about to say, what is X?
Twitter.
Child Twitter.
X. Ben, you're not on X.
Yeah, I'm on I'm on Twitter. I'm going to forever call it Twitter.
It will never be called X.
If Elon Musk will not call his trans daughter the name that they want to be called, then I'm not going to call Twitter X.
I know that's right. Ben, that's
Just
a priest.
said that.
Okay. Well, Trump.
Well, if you don't mind, could we skip Trump? Because I got to pull out of here in about 12 minutes here.
12 minutes. You don't have time to talk about Trump's indictment. It's not much to say.
Oh, well, okay,
He
yeah.
ain't getting touched.
I guess.
Will he get touched?
No.
I ain't
Yeah,
never seen
well-
somebody get indicted so many goddamn times and still ain't
Possibly.
nobody jail.
Possibly, I tell you why. Because last night Donald Trump made a threat, saying if you come after me, I'm going to come after you, and that may change. I'm pulling up a video here of him talking. That may change the game a little bit, because at first I was like, he's been indicted, but that's nothing. That's not news. He's been indicted a couple of times, and there's a good possibility that Trump is not going to be held accountable for anything. An indictment doesn't mean a guilty verdict, and even a guilty verdict won't mean that he's going to end up in jail. However, last night, this man, Donald Trump, in response to his indictments, tweeted out or sent over a post on Truth Social saying that if you come after me, I'm going to come after you. And subsequently, the prosecutors in this case have now brought this to the attention of the judges, and there's very possibly going to be a response from the judge and the prosecutors, because once he was arraigned, he made a verbal commitment to not engage in anything that would hinder or threaten the case. And then the very next thing he did was to make that threat. So it's a possibility he may be remanded to custody and have to sit because of his mouth, running his mouth.
Good. And they screaming at you in the chat room talking about change the Chiron. I'm like, Jesus, y'all calm down. Y'all here get the Chiron. Oh my damn, y'all.
And we got it. Go ahead.
We'll edit it in post. My God.
Yeah, look,
Right.
and at the end of the day,
David, edit that in post for me, David.
Yeah, please. At the end of the day, it's really just gonna be what we see. I've heard him say worse. I've heard him say other things. We've seen him do the worst. I was saying the other night, listen, me and Ben was covering this man when we was screaming out collusion, corruption. We was really out here screaming.
I didn't really scream collusion.
No,
I scream it more now.
They were forcing me to scream collusion. And so I did that. But at the same time, we were in that time when it was fresh, and we thought he got to go to jail. He leaving. He got Ben's camera. He got to go to jail. He out. And he nothing happened. This was back in 2017, y'all. 2017. And nothing could be done. We haven't seen anything since. So I think that we're just gonna wait and follow up and see when something actually happens.
Because
been on camera too. Been on camera
too. Camera two. All right, camera one.
Can we get Ben on camera one? Can we be so as Ben goes to camera one? That's all that I really have for Donald Trump.
Man, because they're about to do something in Atlanta too. Because I know they're about to close down a whole main street in downtown Atlanta starting on Monday. So Fannie is going hard for this man, because especially now she has been getting several threats. She said she's been called the N-word more in the past year and a half than anybody probably has ever in their lifetime. So in Fannie Willis, that's the DA here. But next week, I know they're doing some other stuff with Trump. So I don't know if he's about to be here, show up to court, whatever it is. Take this man to jail. Y'all playing in our face.
In the face. Speaking of what's happening in Atlanta, I believe there's a party that people were probably trying to go to, were going to. I'm not sure if it was Atlanta, even that. I just said Atlanta because it's a hot black town known for doing some BS like
girl, this. Why would you
Carlee Russell ex-boyfriend Tamar Simmons was due to make a club appearance in hopes of allegedly they sold it as finding a new boo. The controversial event was set for Thursday, August 3rd.
Damn, I missed it.
It was actually definitely exactly my suspicions in Atlanta. It was hashtag Atlanta ATL. Let's help Tamar Simmons find love. He is done with Carlee Russell, so meet him at Revel.
Wow.
Damn Revel.
Thursday, August 3rd, the #1 R&B party. However, they said
wait. I'm sitting here honestly trying to figure out why who is Carlee Russell and why do we care about her boyfriend? And then it finally just dawned on me who y'all are talking about. I'm sorry.
With the wig, left it behind, and went somewhere for 40.
This man is really trying to cash in on it. Like,
yeah.
People were
trying to get his 15 minutes.
Remember when the pictures first came out, when she was missing, they put a picture alongside her boyfriend, and everybody was saying, wow, what a beautiful couple. The man is so handsome, she's so beautiful. Let's get this couple back together. What a royal couple. Then they were all going on his page, showing him love. Oh, honey, like, oh my goodness, because they were saying he was so fine. Fast forward to him finding out that she lied for whatever reason. He broke up with her, made sure that he deleted all posts with her off his social media, even the apology that he gave for even sending out any concern about her. He didn't even refer to her as Carlee. He referred to her as his ex-girlfriend. Now he's cashing in. He is cashing in. He's cashing in on this moment in none other than ATL. Now,
man, let me go outside. Let me go outside.
There was a report though that said that he was actually unable to serve as the main attraction for the party because, quote, his attorney claims he can't do any booking regarding this case. It's also been reported that Tomar Simmons was in talks with the promoter about possibly hosting an event, but he never officially signed off on anything or agreed to be on the promotional flyer for the alleged August 3rd club appearance. Yet, I want to show you guys. Dang it. I really want to show you guys the post, but it's just a screenshot. This is a real thing. Let me send you just the article. This is a real thing. But I just
might be able to get the link.
Clout is a hell of a drug.
It really is.
Clout
is a drug. It's cocaine. It's the sugar booger sugar. I don't know what they call it, but it's that thing.
Yeah, I remember when I don't know which artist, I think maybe Doja Cat allegedly took a bump on a live stream, and then they were like, "Why are y'all trying to act like cocaine is a hard drug?" Excuse me? When did
now it's not a hard drug. It's not even like 70s. We knew even in the 70s when they were doing that thing for free, just out here 60s, 70s. It was hard then, and it's hard now. And they lace
some things don't change.
They don't.
There's nothing soft about that drug.
At all. Girl, like nothing except it being soft white.
I've seen what it can do to people, and there's nothing soft about that drug.
So yeah. Clout is a lot like that.
Look, people get a little bit of something. Nobody, first of all, you better go ahead and thank Carlee, baby. Nobody would have known who you were except for your side chick. Carlee disrespected us, but we can't stand beside you, my friend.
Yes, we're not tolerating this. You will not become famous off of the fact that Black America and the rest of America, for the first time in the history of this country, really cared about a Black girl.
And we took one.
We took one for the team. You are not going to get famous off of this, my boy. You are not going to have any more club nights. You're not going to drop a mixtape. No.
You know, just bring your cute ass to the gay club. They'll accept you over there.
And I believe that to be true. It's ATL.
It's ATL, girl. Why is you here, girl?
Club literally wanted to give this man a night. Tomar.
What's his name? Thomas? Tomar?
Tomar. No. Tomar.
Like he's gorgeous. What does he look like? What's his name again? Tomar.
Tomar.
Tomar. Russell's. What was his name?
Damn.
No, Simmons. Not Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons again.
Click on that link that's in the Slack. I mean, not Slack, but in StreamYard chat.
All right.
Y'all, listen, Carlee Russell threw her wig on the floor so this man could throw in the club.
Okay, hang on a second. I'll pull it up.
Rebecca,
wait, what happened? What I missed?
I cracked myself up.
I can't snitch.
This is ridiculous, y'all. And here's the thing: it will only happen in Atlanta. I would not see any premiere of anybody doing anything other than promoting themselves after a death. After somebody, they had a party for Rihanna. They had a baby shower for Rihanna. Rihanna didn't sign off on. Rihanna wasn't there. Rihanna literally just at the Super Bowl announced her second pregnancy, and the club immediately decided to have a baby shower.
Oh wow.
For Rihanna. So I'm not shocked. Atlanta, that's not a real place. But anybody getting booked to do anything like this, it will happen right here, right
in Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Right in Atlanta.
Behind me,
right down the street.
Somewhere behind me in that area, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's behind me. I don't live in the city area. I'm in Metro, but in that area over there,
you're saying look in the distance, you'll see.
In the distance,
you got
audience. I'm pointing in my window, in past the mountains that I live behind. There's a city there, a city where things happen.
You gotta remember that Atlanta is the city where on Martin Luther King holiday they have twerk contests with flyers
on top of vehicles
with flyers of Martin Luther King with a grill.
And
that's what happens.
They're on horses. Random horses are coming out of nowhere. Goats you may see in a town where it's full of cities and Maybachs and Bentleys, where there's not a farm in sight. But this happened in real life. I was in the city and a goat.
You thought you went back home, huh?
But I'm Haitian. I'm Haitian as hell. So I said, I rebuke you. Go back to where you came from.
Hey, wait a minute. Should have said Jamaica, because when I tell you, it's just like on every street you go down in Jamaica, it's a goat.
No,
but
they're so cute.
Island, baby. We raising them up from when they're a baby to when they're a certain age and cutting them up and eating them.
Cutting them up and eating them.
Rebecca, but you went true Haiti on there. You said you saw that goat. You were like, rebuke that.
Oh yeah, I'm very much Haitian. We know that could be somebody. Where did you come from?
A goat in downtown Atlanta? You think somebody to put
that's spiritual.
That's some witchcraft.
Where are you? What is that?
Have y'all seen Drag Me to Hell? The movie Drag Me to Hell?
Oh yeah.
The scene. No, when it was scary. Let me tell you, that's one of the few movies that actually scared me so much. I was like, I should have brought my Bible to the movie with me. But when my little, the little green Bibles they give you at the hotel.
Oh yeah,
bro. When the goat scene, when they were doing a seance and the goat came out and start talking and start bad. I was like, the blood of Jesus.
All right, look, and then mute it. You gotta mute it right there. We don't put spirits into people. They don't understand. You be watching these seances and stuff, whether you're Christian or not Christian or believe. There's a feeling that comes over you, like a heavy one. Shoot, I can't sleep. I don't watch scary movies because of this reason.
I see a goat in downtown Atlanta, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm like, no. The blood.
No.
Somebody done turned somebody into a goat.
Not today,
a lot of Africans in downtown Atlanta. Somebody done turned somebody into a goat. My friend. Somebody's ex-boyfriend is walking around like a goat up in downtown Atlanta.
Trying to get in the VIP section.
Girl, that's your man right there. Who the goat? Oh yeah, that's his ass.
Somebody in the ceremony. Somebody went to go see the lady on their ex.
Listen, I'm going to listen. Y'all, I hate to do this, but I gotta bounce, and I'm the last.
No,
person.
we all gotta go, Ben.
Yes,
we all gotta go.
I gotta hit the end stream, but we didn't get a chance to talk about Kai. Cenat.
Oh my God, that was a big story.
But we'll. I mean, I might do a stream later on, y'all. If see what y'all are doing, and we can talk about it later.
Okay.
All right. Let me know, because I ain't got nothing going on today.
Whew. James, you gonna play us out with some music, man?
Yeah, I got y'all, man.
I love you guys. Thank you again for your help and your support. I love you guys.
Y'all saying Rebecca as well.
Wow, you
did what?
Becca's voice. Cash App Becca's voice, right?
You went all the way out.
Back. Nobody heard you.
You don't hear me?
No, we got you now.
Oh man, I was trying to say. I was trying to plug for you. Cash App Becca's voice. Y'all send her some love today, for real. Don't leave the stream without doing that.
Thank you guys so much. I love you guys, meaning it. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you later.
All right, y'all. That is gonna wrap it up for us. Like it or not, here Rebecca Azar Thank y'all so much again for tuning in. Make sure, man, Becca's Voice at Cash App. Becca's Voice on Cash App. If y'all need to send a Venmo, make sure you send me a note, DJ X3C, and I'll make sure I get it to her, man. Love y'all, mean it. Your affirmation for today so we can get Ben out of here. Your affirmation is, I am grateful that I can turn my daydreams into reality. Oh, I don't know about that one because I daydream terrible. Let me see. I realize that my mistakes don't define me. How I react to them and whether I choose to learn from them are what define me. I realize that my mistakes don't define me. How I react to them and whether I choose to learn from them are what define me. Y'all go be great, man. Enjoy your Saturday. We will see y'all on Tuesday. Deuces. Let's start this damn show. It's time for like it or not. We got Ben to learn how to take me down. Let's start this damn show. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Let's start this damn show. Let's go.